No one lights a candle and hides it under a bed. Therefore, let your potential members know the benefits they stand to gain from your products when they join your credit union. With our video documentary, MicroWatch improves your media visibility through the professional coverage of your annual general meetings and also management of your social media handles. Contact us on 0501 583 126 0501 583 128. MicroWatch. Watch for change. Promotion. Lexbet Multimedia, the printing solutions expert, is giving opportunity to corporate institutions to brand themselves at amazing discounts. Oh yes! Buy 2 8x8 branded canopies and get one free. Branded t-shirts, passbooks, mags, key rings, and various souvenirs at unbelievable prices. For more enquiries, please contact Lexbet Multimedia on 0501 583 127 or 0202 522 406. Lexbet Multimedia, beyond your imagination.
MicroWatch and Lexbet Multimedia. Honestly, you've done a wonderful job for us at Association of Rural Banks this year by handling our social media so excellently. We really appreciate you and we want to say thank you. We look forward for a better year where your work will be more than excellent. We thank you. May God bless you and expand your business. Bye.
Exactly a year ago, we were elected into office to lead this noble association for the next 2 years. Today, we are here to give account of our stewardship for 2018 and to share some few thoughts on the way forward for this association and the savings and loan sector as a whole. Once again, on behalf of the entire Executive Council of the Association, I solemnly welcome you all to this 9th Annual General Meeting of the Ghana Association of Savings and Loans Companies. Under the theme, Business Sustainability, a Shared Responsibility. The Executive Council sincerely would like to express its deepest appreciation to the membership of this association for your support and cooperation during the period under review. Yes, we know it has not been easy. A year ago, when we met to take stock of the industry and to reason together for the advancement of the savings and loan sector under the theme, strengthening the practice of corporate governance, the role of regulation and practice, we proposed a number of measures for implementation by members and other stakeholders. Since that time, there has been a series of engagement and capacity building in the area of corporate governance. There has also been the issuance of the Corporate Governance Directive by the Bank of Ghana. Members were trained on the Banks and Specialized Deposit-Taking Institutions Act 2016, that's Act 930. This was fully funded by GIZ PSED. Do we have a GIZ reps here for this AGM? I will start with industry and the association. The association welcomed Services Integrity. Do we have their rep here? Direct and James Savings and Loans Companies into our fold. Membership grew from 34 in 2017 to 36 by December 31st, 2018. Alpha Capital, lost its membership within the association due to the cessation of operations and other challenges. As at the end of 2018, our association members collectively served in excess of 3 million customers with a total assets of more than 6.8 billion cedis. There are more than 1,000 business centers across the length and breadth of the country. Some of our members closed some branches or business centers to the public due to operational challenges. We are all aware of these. For the first time, we saw all the members fully participating in the activities of the association. Included is the payment of membership subscription fees, ensuring that the association never ran at a loss. Members responded to all critical issues laid at their doorsteps and provided the required inputs in ensuring that the association remained relevant in the current financial system. I'm going on the theme. Today, as we reflect on the successes and challenges in the past year, we have chosen the theme, Business Sustainability, a Shared Responsibility. Businesses survive and thrive on a number of factors, including the kind of model we run. It has become very critical for operators in our sector to have a second look at how businesses are run and the role played by the various stakeholders, including the regulator, government, customers, shareholders, business executives, and to a larger extent, the media. Some of our business models have been identified as unsustainable, leading to huge losses and business failures, thereby affecting the confidence in the sector. Some of our members faced liquidity challenges, while others also had to write off huge assets arising out of impairment as a result of toxicity in the loans and investment portfolios. Though some of our business models have not worked, it is also instructive to know that others have been very successful, thereby improving shareholder value and confidence in their brands. There is a need to pay closer attention to the mission of the savings and loan sector and ensure that we do not drift from our core mandate. There is a wind of change blowing through the financial sector. An evolution never experienced in the annals of the Ghanaian financial sector is blowing. We as industry must adapt in order to thrive and survive. We all need to come around the table to reconsider the models that work and contribute to value creation for both the equity holders and the creditors in a more sustainable manner. All the players need to consider what will work, while also preserving the sanctity of the sector. We, the members of the association, would have to continue to play our role as required. Regulators should continue to see the association as a partner in the system, and that business executives are also there to support the process. We hope to see more healthy collaborations and dialogue with both government and the regulator as we chart a new path for the sector and the industry as a whole. Some major activities that occurred in 2018, the association organized a number of major activities, and these include courtesy calls. The leadership of the association and some selected members paid a courtesy call on the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, on 2 occasions in 2018 to discuss issues of concern to the sector. All the 2 deputy governors were present in all the meetings. We are very grateful to you, Madam, and Ms. Osejesi. We so much appreciate the reception and collaboration and the open dialogue that has been going on. The association also visited the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, at the Jubilee House on the January 26, 2018. In all these visits, the concerns of the members of the association were made known to them. The management of the association also paid a working visit to the CEO of Bankers Association of Ghana. The annual general meeting that was held As in 2018, the association successfully organized the 8th annual general meeting on June 12, 2018 to evaluate its activities and share activities. The AGM was used to elect new officers for the association for the next 2 years. The AGM was also used to elect 8 of our sponsoring partners graced the occasion, including GIZ, PSED, Nationwide Medical Insurance, United Pension Trustees, Star Micro Insurance, Allsale, Nosme, Tesol, and Ori. The meeting was well attended by the CEOs and MDs of 29 savings and loans companies. Other members came from the media houses, BSD of the BOG, Gamfin, GAMC, GASFIN, MCAG, and AFH. In all, about 98% persons attended the AGM. We also had CEOs and MDs run table meetings, and the association successfully organized 4 of these. These gatherings were used to discuss major issues confronting members and chart new paths for the association and its members. Strategic collaborations were also discussed during these meetings. We also had advocacy activities. In this way, we looked at the association continuing its role in engaging all relevant institutions and bodies in the advocacy space. There was an improvement in our media engagement. We also saw more engagement with the Ministry of Finance and the Bank of Ghana in terms of policy formation. The association will continue to work hard to entrench the gains achieved with the various stakeholders. We also had training and workshops. As part of building the capacities of member companies, the association organized a number of trainings and workshops. Key among these include free half-day technology workshops for IT and operational heads of member institutions, with resource persons drawn from MTN Mobile Money, GIPS, and Oriadian. A 2-day credit risk management training held in both Accra and Kumasi, and training on the Banks and SDIs Act 2016, Act 930, with support from GIZ. The GIZ-sponsored training had a total of 90 participants from 32 savings and loans companies. It is the expectation of the association that more of such capacity building programs will be organized for the benefit of member companies in the coming years, especially as we rebuild the industry. Members are encouraged to fully support such training programs through participation, since they have the twin benefit of improving the skill set and capacity of our employees and the financial resources of the association. To help exercise its mandate, a number of working groups were put in place, and they executed their tasks as expected. Some of these groups were savings and loans capitalization, election planning, Ghana reference rate, savings and loans month, PR and media, and the Constitutional Review Committee. We express our profound appreciation to all the individuals who dedicated their time and efforts in serving on these working groups. We also had the Sports Fiesta. The association could not organize it in its annual Sports Fiesta due to the market uncertainties and the operational challenges confronting some members. It is the expectation that the association will be able to organize that of 2019, all things being equal, at the Elwag Sports Stadium in September of 2019. We encourage member institutions to make adequate preparations for full participation in the event. The association successfully published its 4th edition of the S&L Watch, our newsletter. It is instructive to note that about 26 of the members of the association featured in it, as well as gifts. In all, about 500 copies were distributed. Members are encouraged to take full advantage of the subsequent publications to reposition themselves and the sector as a whole. Operational challenges. Members of the association continue to face certain operational challenges. Some of these include the uneasiness in the financial market and the difficulty in winning back customer confidence in the non-bank financial industry. We are all aware of what is going on. At the association front, non-submission of relevant data or reports by some members to the Secretariat still hinders the smooth operation of the Secretariat in serving the members effectively. The association was also not able to organize its maiden Savings and Loans Month due to the unfavorable business environment fueled by panic withdrawals that hit the sector during the second half of 2018. It is our hope that as the regulator considers the savings and loan sector as a critical player in the financial intermediation process of the country, we'll pay special attention to the various issues raised as they prepare to complete the reform process in the sector in the near future. The association in 2019, we know that Bank of Ghana is continuing its reform process. We are all expecting to see the central bank complete the exercise very soon, especially within our sector. Just recently, we had the announcement about the microfinance and the microcredit industries. We use this opportunity to admonish the public, especially the depositors, to remain calm, since it has been proven over the period by the actions and inactions of the central bank and the government that the protection of the depositor is of prime concern. There is no need to panic. Continue to do business with your preferred savings and loans company while paying loans contracted religiously. The contribution of the savings and loans industry to the economy cannot be overemphasized. Millions of families depend on the services of the savings and loans companies. To our members, we should continue to engage our customers as we go through these challenging times. Let us keep the communication open as we look forward to refining our business models, which are sustainable. We should also continue to cooperate with the central bank. As we move the association to the next level to play its role effectively, we shall adopt a new constitution at this AGM to guide our path. The association will continue to build and strengthen its secretariat to enable it to deliver on its mandate. I pray that you continue to support the association and the secretariat. Now, appreciation and conclusion. I wish to express my profound gratitude to all members, the executive members, the executive secretary and his team, the governor and his team, the BOG Banking Supervision, department team, GIZ SP SED team, corporate partners and sponsors, the Ministry of Finance, GAMFIN and other sister associations, the IFC and the World Bank Group, service providers to member companies, and especially the media which projects the great work of the industry. To our new partners, Vodafone Ghana, we welcome you to the ever-growing and dynamic industry where opportunities abound. We cannot exhaust expressing our appreciation. GASA stands ready to play its critical role in the financial inclusion agenda of the country as we continue to strengthen the practice of good corporate governance and sustainable business models in our respective institutions. Once again, I would like to thank you, Madam Governor, Deputy Governor, and Mr. Osei-Gyasi and the team for gracing this opportunity, this occasion. This is the first time we had the honor of a governor coming without having an equally important schedule. Thank you very much. We know that together we can. But before we can do it, let's look at the core values of GASAP. The first one is transparency. We ought to be transparent in everything that we do. Our second core value is honesty. The third one is professionalism. The third one is integrity. And then we have social responsibility, equality, and accountability. As we look over and look forward to what we need to do, these core values should be what we need to do every day. Let us arise to be counted. Long live GASAP, long live the banking industry, long live Ghana, Thank you very much.
Good morning, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for the opportunity to join you at this year's annual general meeting, AGM, of the Ghana Association of Savings and Loans Companies. It is also the 9th of such annual general meetings, and it is my honor to be here. I must say that when I got invited to this function by Mr. Twenivo Apodia, I wondered whether they really wanted me to be here. And of course, given my busy schedule, I said no. But if you know him, you know he's very persistent. And so we went back and forth until they could find a time that I could work with. And I noted from his remarks that he had some advice for us on our utterances, as he calls them. But I want to assure you that he will not censor my utterances. As the MC told us, this is a critical time. I like to say that it's a moment of truth. And as a family, we're here because we're all interested in the SNL industry moving forward. And so we should speak the truth. And I hope that the truth will set us free. Mr. Chairman, almost a decade after its establishment, the association has become a recognized voice for its member institutions. And we at the Bank of Ghana always welcome the opportunity to dialogue with GASAL and its membership. The chosen theme of business sustainability, a shared responsibility, could not be more appropriate in the times we're in. Sustainability of businesses is critical. If we are going to achieve the socioeconomic growth, we need to move this country forward. Savings and loans companies, like other deposit-taking institutions, exist to intermediate savings in order that businesses and other economic actors can obtain access to much-needed funds to meet their legitimate needs. Savings and loans companies are therefore a major enabler of sustainable businesses in Ghana and must understand how this role, if well played, can provide a potential for overall socioeconomic growth and development. What is more, Mr. Chair, I do not need to remind you that savings and loans companies are themselves businesses. So while you seek to enable other businesses and other economic actors, you yourselves must strive to be sustainable in order that you're able to help others. There is no way in which you can help anybody else or help this economy if you yourselves are not sustainable. As a nation, the future of our economy and indeed the well-being of all of our people depend to a large extent on the safety and soundness of individual financial institutions, and by extension, the sustainability of the entire financial sector. It is therefore imperative that stakeholders work together towards building strong and sustainable financial institutions for our common good as a people. Mr. Chairman, we have unfortunately seen the recent demise of a number of banks as well as microfinance institutions owing to weak capitalization, unsustainable business models, poor corporate governance, poor compliance with regulatory requirements, default on contractual obligations, among others, and ultimately insolvency and eventual collapse. And I might add that it is never the Bank of Ghana that collapses anything. It is institutions that are poorly run and poorly governed, among other things, that eventually collapse. Let me be clear that businesses fail for all kinds of reasons, but these weaknesses I have just enumerated undoubtedly leave any business vulnerable and unable to withstand shocks, leading eventually to collapse. The storms of businesses would come. I mean, as our council chair told us, the winds are blowing fast. The winds would always blow one way or the other. So there will be shocks, but the extent to which a business is able to stand and withstand depends to a large extent on how strong its foundations are. and how strong its practices are. So a foundation of strong capital, strong governance structures, strong management, and good business practices eventually leads to stronger and sustainable businesses. Mr. Chairman, there are examples of failed businesses all around the world, and the lessons we have learned from Ghana recently are consistent with lessons we learn all around the world. There are early examples of failed banks going back to the 15th century, where we had the Medici Bank that collapsed in Italy in the year 1494. We have seen the failure of 1,000 and more savings and loans companies in the United States during the famous savings and loans crisis that prevailed in the 1980s and 1990s in the United States. We have seen the failure of the famous Bank for Credit and Commerce International, or BCCI. We have seen the failure of Barings Bank, and more recently, failures in the global financial crisis around the world. We've seen failures of savings and loans and microfinance institutions in Nigeria and across Africa. And at the bottom of all of these failures are a very consistent pattern of poor governance, poor risk management, poor business practices, among others. And really also taking the customer for granted in many cases. For financial institutions, as you all know, trust and confidence are critical. And once it is lost, business sustainability becomes almost impossible. There's a famous saying that goes, trust comes on foot, but bolts on horseback. It is very difficult to build trust, and it is very easy to lose it. And once it's gone, the business is gone. The focus of this AGM on building sustainable businesses, therefore, is timely. Now is a good time to assess the current state of the savings and loans subsector with a view to building sustainable business models to the benefit of all stakeholders and the broader economy. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said earlier on, financial intermediation is central to our economic growth and poverty alleviation. The intermediary role played by institutions such as savings and loans companies are a critical part of the financial intermediation agenda. Within our financial sector, savings and loans companies and other lower-tiered institutions such as the microfinance institutions and rural and community banks are, for us as the central bank, the key drivers of financial intermediation and financial inclusion, such that we can bring financial services to the unbanked and underserved populations of our country. Financial access to this segment of our society not only helps in improving their livelihoods, but also contributes positively to the overall sustainability of our economy. Within the Ghanaian context, the increasing role of savings and loans companies in financial intermediation cannot be overemphasized. However, it is important to note that, as I said before, intermediation thrives on trust and confidence. The security of funds that are entrusted to you demands that you are well governed, you are well managed, and you adopt sound and prudent practices in order that you preserve the confidence of your depositors as well as your shareholders. This implies that you should take corporate governance seriously, you should take risk management practices seriously, and you should take consumer protection seriously. Mr. Chairman, Ghana's savings and loan subsector is currently made up of some 39 companies as of the end of March 2019. Now, this subsector, this savings and loan subsector, dominates the specialized deposit-taking institution sector and accounts for 44.6% of total specialized deposit-taking assets. That is big. In March 2019, the total assets of your sector increased to 7 billion cedis, up from 6.5 billion a year earlier. And it is really good to see that your assets are increasing. We believe, however, that a lot more can be done in this area. Mr. Chairman, despite the growth in total assets, some savings and loans companies continue to face poor asset quality, solvency and liquidity challenges, among others. Indeed, as regulators, we have observed some worrying trends which require the attention of all stakeholders. In addition to liquidity and solvency issues, several financial soundness indicators of the subsector don't look like what we would want them to look like, and they actually fall far below prudential benchmarks. Mr. Chairman, this is primarily because of business models that are substandard, we would call it. And as we heard earlier on in the chairman's own speech, that a lot of the savings and loans companies have drifted from the original mandate of driving financial inclusion through providing services to the unbanked or the marginally served in our society. We've also seen a trend of risky assets building up as a result of inadequate risk management practices and lack of effective monitoring of risk exposures. We have seen poor credit underwriting practices, poor loan recoveries, insider dealings, related party transactions, weak corporate governance, and we've seen concentration in ownership structures, among other things. What is more, Mr. Chair, we see that some savings and loans companies have just specialized in placing funds amongst themselves. So instead of actually making money available to the segments of society that need them, we find that a lot of savings and loans assets are held with other savings and loans companies, increasing the concentration risks within the subsector, and this is quite worrying for us. Mr. Chair, given all of these challenges in the sector, we at the Central Bank have taken steps to engage very closely with GASALC and its members. And we must commend GASALC itself for the bold steps it has taken to engage with us as regulators to find strategies that would move this subsector forward. And I must commend you again for choosing the theme for this AGM so that together you reevaluate and hopefully realign the business models of your member institutions. We believe strongly that this would help to reposition the sector and to help regain the trust and confidence of the public. I urge all members of GASALC to continue to lead the process of re-engineering the sector, and in so doing, to help to refocus the business models that we currently see towards the core mandate of financial inclusion for which you were all licensed. I must remind you that as much as we've seen growth in the sector, the rate of financial inclusion in Ghana is around 52%. Now, this means that another 48% of Ghanaians have no access to financial services. And it is for this reason that we want the savings and loan subsector to be repositioned in order to help to bring down this number and to indeed increase access to all. You may also know that the financial landscape of Ghana is changing very fast. So in addition to formal financial institutions, you now have more innovative forms of financial services. And we're seeing a lot more of mobile money accounts. In fact, at the last count, there are twice as many mobile money accounts as there are actual physical accounts with a bank or with a savings and loan or with a microfinance institution. Today, we're seeing that many traders and small-scale operators and those in the informal sector prefer to receive loans on their mobile money wallets. In fact, it's not even a matter of preference. They have no access otherwise. And so the market woman somewhere in the village is expecting a loan at 1 a.m. when you're all sleeping, and is dependent on that small loan at 1 a.m. in order to go and meet the train that brings the food at 3 a.m. in the morning, so that they can go to the market at 5 a.m. to serve their customers. Now, this should wake us all up. This should wake us all up. And I really hope that you take all of these into consideration. The world has changed. Our financial landscape is changing very fast, thanks to the role of technology and innovative ways of providing access. And savings and loans companies cannot be left out. And so I would urge you to look within and to see how best you can get involved in moving this agenda of financial inclusion forward. We cannot do this with institutions that are weak. We cannot do this with institutions that are themselves not sustainable. And so we cannot get around the requirements of strong capital, of strong governance, of strong risk management, of business practices that engender trust and confidence in the very people that we want to serve. Ladies and gentlemen, it is until we begin to take such practical steps as an association that we can begin to see a sustainable savings and loans sector, as well as a sustainable private sector for the entire economy that is poised to be the engine of socioeconomic growth and development in Ghana. Mr. Chair, let me say that the government of Ghana has launched a financial sector development and inclusion strategy that envisages that the rate of financial inclusion would rise up to about 75% by the end of 2020. Let me challenge you as an association to begin to take steps to reposition yourselves, and by that, to encourage each of your members to reposition themselves so that together you can be a key driver of this new strategy. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, making the savings and loan sector sustainable is indeed a shared responsibility, and we must all work to improve the sector's performance for the good of all our people. As your regulator, the Bank of Ghana remains committed to ensuring that savings and loans companies are safe and sound, and that together the sector is resilient and does not itself pose risks for the wider financial system. We count on the support of the association and indeed all its members as we take steps in this direction, and we will continue to dialogue with the association to explore how this sector is repositioned going forward. Let us all work together to make sure that savings and loans companies stand well, stand strongly, and together that the sector is strong enough to drive financial inclusion and financial sector growth. And let's all make sure that the very depositors and the very customers we serve are themselves our key champions. Together, we would work with all parties playing their role to ensure that this happens. Mr. Chairman, on this note, let me thank you all once again for inviting me to come and speak, and also for making me a part of this dialogue. And as Bank of Ghana, we will continue to remain engaged with you as we move forward. Thank you very much.
Now, as we go through the space of transformation in this sector, there's one thing that I will still demand from you as members and as the Secretariat. It is not everything that the central bank will be able to do for us. They will bring the regulation, but every time you find one or two gaps, that is where the idea of self-regulation also comes in. And I will entreat all of us as we go through this phase, or this phase of our financial sector reforms. Let us also sit back and identify the gaps and see where we can play an active role by making sure that we also get things right at our level and then serve the populace that we are bringing onto our fold. The issue of who will leave, who will stay, I think at this level we have come to that crossroad where we cannot do anything about it. But time is still on our side. Those of us who have the ability to get more funds or solve all the issues that you've been confronted with, if we have the opportunity, let's get it done. I look at the issue of financial inclusion and I ask myself, if all these institutions are creamed off, and we don't have institutions that have the capacity to really regroup and become bigger and absorb the others, where are we going with those who have lost in terms of their access to financial services? It is for this reason that I will entreat you to hold on to the faith and make sure we all work hard towards maintaining our institutions and then do the right thing for Mother Ghana. On this note, I will encourage you to continue with the good work and then do your best to make sure we serve the unbanked and the underserved. Thank you very much.
I represent Metropolitan, and Metropolitan, we have the life insurance business, the health insurance business, and the pensions business. And our focus is to talk about financial wellness. It is not about medical wellness, it's about financial wellness. And financial wellness is about ensuring that throughout your lifetime, during the course of active work, and after retirement till you are called to eternal rest, you are financially well throughout. Because of time, I'm unable to give you the details of this, but talk to us any day and we'll be able to help you. One of the things I said I was going to talk about in just a minute is to talk about what bancassurance means to you and how it can help you. And so you see that we provided a little brief in the document we have to say that bancassurance is the integration and provision of insurance and banking services. Of course, through you, and we are happy to partner with each one of you to provide insurance solutions and services through your outfit to your clients. Usually when we talk about this, what comes out is insurance of loans. I'll make a special appeal to the association. I have had some interesting experience where some institutions in the process of granting loans, they will charge as part of the expenses or the charges include the insurance fee. And sometimes, some may not necessarily take the insurance cover for it because sometimes we underplay the importance of insurance. This morning, I indicate to you that ensuring that your loan portfolio is protected from insurable risk is a critical component of ensuring a quality loan portfolio. It is not for nothing that the banks, at that level will ensure that it is done. And so I encourage you to take the protection of your loans against risks that are outside of your control seriously. And that at least you take away non-performing loans not caused by risk that can actually be insured. And that will go a long way to ensure that your portfolio is really secure to be sustainable in as far as the team you have today is concerned. Having said that, there is also an opportunity through the bancassurance I just mentioned to grow a non-interest income line. Because if you have 3 million clients, you have an opportunity to generate more from the client base that you have. Not only to do with the loans that you grant to them, but by offering them an additional line of solutions that will meet their needs. So thank you very much. I wish you a successful 9th AGM and congratulations for what you're trying to do to save and make sure that you protect all your members sustainably. Thank you.
Bancassurance is your added avenue to generate money and keep the money within your institution out of the reach of the customer. It's also the only revenue you get that you don't have to go and invest and suffer all the risks that come with investment. So I encourage all of you, please do well to have a bancassurance association. Metropolitan, Enterprise, all of them are necessary. But I pray you have it with Alliance, because that's where I work. Amen. One of the things I want you to note is Allianz as a partner will do you a lot of good because we've been in this business since 1890. We are global, present in 70 countries of the world. We've been in Africa since 1912. Even in Ghana, we've been here since 2009. We have insured globally about 92 million customers. And so we have the clout and the strength to help you shoulder your risk. And one of the things, when you say business sustainability, I see you say shared responsibility. Give some of the responsibility to us as insurance companies, and we would help you succeed. Before I sit down, in Allianz, we do all the insurances that are in the market, but one that we've introduced recently is called cyber insurance. And when I saw that insurance product, I had a nightmare because cybercrime is big. But I was reminded by my bosses, Paul, don't worry. We are big enough to shoulder that risk. And so I urge you all to seek us out. Fortunately, please rise up if you work with Allianz in this room. I said rise up, you are waving. Okay, we don't understand it, but we understand the insurance business. Please seek them out. Let's explain what we can do with your company for your advantage. It is an honor to have spoken.
We are called ITWell for Africa. We have smart Android-based POS solutions that cater for all your needs. So for the savings and loans companies, you can do your customer onboarding. You go to a customer, they can make their payments if it's a loan or if it's a deposit they are taking. They can pay via cash or via mobile money or via their bank card, and you issue them a receipt. It comes with a back end as well that you can use to monitor and do your reconciliations. It makes your work seamless and very easy. It works both offline and online as well. We also retail POS terminals. We do POS, thermal POS printing rules as well. We do system integration. So we worked with FlexCube here. We've worked with FlexCube. We've worked with T24 as well for the banking systems. In addition to that, we also offer USSD applications. We do mobile apps as well for the banks, for savings and loans. Some of the companies we've worked with in the past would include SIC Life Savings and Loans, Zenith Bank, Unit Credit, and a few others as well. So we have a stand out there. If you want a demo or you want to contact us, kindly see us there. Thank you very much, and we wish you all the best.
Mr. Chairman, the association has over the years continued to engage in capacity building and also to continue in its advocacy role, as well as contributing to policy formulation. The members of the association play critical roles in the national agenda of financial inclusion. Last year, we spoke about the fact that there is the need to have a clear policy for our sector. And fortunately, we see that direction that the central bank and the government is taking to ensure that our sector is well catered for. Mr. Chairman, the association also has seen an exponential improvement in the relationship with the Ministry of Finance, courtesy through GAMFIN, which is the umbrella body for all the microfinance institutions in Ghana, and also of the central bank. And we hope that we continue to have this collaboration. Even when we have gotten to our destination, we do not want to forget how we got there. New collaborations were also established, and some of the old ones were also renewed. And our partnership with GIZ continues to bear great fruits for the sector and member companies, as well as the association, the secretariats. Mr. Chairman, the overall financial position of the association also saw some improvement over the previous year. We have members paying their dues, and for the first time, we had every member of the association paying his dues. And that was very, very great, and we commend everybody over that. But unfortunately, the dues alone cannot take care of the core expenses of the association. Yes, it is true that it's become very challenging in raising funds and even for some members to honor their financial obligations due to the era we find ourselves in. But the owners of the association, that is the member companies that we have gathered here, we need to take the association up and continue to serve the association. We will continue to appeal to members to hold the fort, especially in our activities as we also move to the next phase of the sector. The association secretariat is still managed by a team of dedicated staff, and I must say that I salute you, Enoch. Where is Enoch? Enoch is out there still organizing. I salute you for the dedication, and Sandra, who also joined us this year. You've all been very instrumental, and you've supported the work that we do. The association also had training. We had CDC consults supporting us in the training of the Act 930. We also had Purple Lamont, and I see the managing partner of Purple Lamont in the house, Mrs. Florence Wood, who yes, is also there. She also played a critical role. They helped us train about 114 directors from 28 institutions. And as the chairman has mentioned, we couldn't have our games. We hope that all things being equal, we will have it. For the association, as the association exists to share relevant information among its members and the general public, we will humbly request that the captains of the enviable savings and loans companies will take the issue of data submission to the Secretariat seriously. We are able to use this for advocacy role and also to help investors make informed decisions. We are able to establish benchmark for the various parameters and also plan. The association will continue to share in your ups and down moments. Kindly continue to keep us in the loop. It is not only when you are up that you tell us, or only when you are down. When you are celebrating, tell us to enjoy with you, so that when you are crying, we will also continue to cry with you. Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the association, as the association, we are not clothed with regulatory or supervisory powers. What we can do to build a better future for ourselves depends on us, and for the fact that we need to adopt self-regulation. This is where we abide by our own constitution and code of conduct, behaving ethically towards each other and being truthful to our commitments. We have evolved as an association where the public now submit their grievances and problems concerning member companies to the association, that is the Secretariat, hoping to receive fair response and support. We cannot continue to behave that we only belong to an association, but will not execute our duties and responsibilities. Fortunately, the association at this AGM is going to adopt a new constitution that all well and meaning member companies will have to abide by and show commitment. We are in an era where confidence in our sector is on the decline, but we can rewrite the story. Is there anything too hard? The obvious answer is no. The strength of the chain is said to be in its weakest link. We cannot leave the weak behind, hoping that we are insulated from their calamities. We need to come together stronger than before. I would also encourage member companies to position themselves to take advantage of the reform process that we are all going through, courtesy the central bank. It is time to review our business models that will make us sustainable continuously. It is of this that the leadership of the association chose the theme for this AGM, business sustainability and shared responsibility. Let us play our part in the game, while the government, the central bank, and shareholders as well as customers all play their parts. It is a collective responsibility. The era where concerns of customers or depositors are thrown to the backbench and the short-term deposits invested in long-term portfolio should come to an end. A good asset liability management should be entrenched while addressing customer concerns in a more professional manner. It is our expectation that members will continue to comply with all relevant directives from the central bank, as well as improving transparency in business operations. Mr. Chairman, I would like to take this rare opportunity to urge the regulator. Fortunately, we have the supervising governor and the supervising department in our midst to continue to act in line with the law. We want to ask that they should come to the aid of institutions which can be supported. Please do not let those institutions to sink. Save what can be saved. Pull the sector along to the city that we all yearn to be in. It is the belief that going forward, your actions and inactions, including your utterances and your silence, would be what would help build the confidence that we are yearning for in the sector faster. I would like to say a very big thank you. The governor and the team, we salute you. The Ministry of Finance and other stakeholders, all those who have supported the sector to this time. We have not forgotten the media. Your reportage can actually break or build the sector. You are a great stakeholder in our journey. I am very grateful to the Executive Council as well as the external auditors for the support. I salute GAMFIN headed by Mr. Yojemfi and all the other APES bodies. Together, we can win. To the members, I doff my hat and I say you have been the backbone. To all gathered here, we appreciate your love and your concern. Thank you very much.
My name is Kokudi Abechi. I'm the council chairman for the Ghana Association of Savings and Loans Companies, GASALC. This year, I think the AGM has been hugely successful. For 2018 and for a greater part of this year, we've gone through a lot of issues. There is turbulence in the system. But just as the Bank of Ghana has assured, we are also assuring everybody that their deposits are safe. Nobody is going to lose their deposits. The BOG is going through this transformation and cleaning up. And we believe that at the end of the day, the industry is going to be much stronger than we are now. As Ghana is moving forward within the financial sector, there is a need for us to also improve our activities. So this year's theme of business sustainability, a shared responsibility, that is what I touched on as the council chairman in my speech. And if you realize, we made it clear that the responsibility is on all of us. We have to put our houses in order in terms of corporate governance, transparency, integrity, and ethics. And I believe that that is what is going to spur us on. You know, once again, let me reiterate that
nobody is going to lose their funds. Once you have funds with a savings and loans company, it is safe. So people should just relax, and let's all wait for the BOG to do the cleanup and then ensure that the system is stabilized. Thank you very much.
I'm Hanuso Ansa Boabeng from Progress Savings and Loans, the head of credit. Actually, looking at this 9th annual AGM meeting, it's been very successful. It's been brief, straight to the point. It's been very solemn. And always we say that the times determines the actions. And really, it's been very good. We look at our team, business sustainability, a shared responsibility. It gives all of us a sense of thought to go and think through what we can do as individuals, as various institutions, to put this whole industry in a very good position, bringing back the trust, the confidence, and the integrity our clients have instilled in us all these years. So we're going back to do our work and clean ourselves and make sure we give our clients the best of service. We just want the public to be rest assured. And as they've done business with us all these years, they should keep trusting us that they are safe, their monies are saved, and everything that they have with us is equally safe. We have them at the back of our minds, and we will not do anything to lose that trust the public has put in us. We know that in the coming years, despite the cleanups that is coming and what that is going on, they should be rest assured that good service and quality service actually will still be our hallmark. Thank you.
My name is George Ofosuhini, CEO, Bond Savings and Loans, and Vice Chairman of Kasao Council. This AGM, from my point of view, has been the best that I've seen in the last couple of years. I think the support has been tremendous, and we've had a lot of associations, supporting us. During the AGM, we had other, financial institutions, associations being part of it. A clear indication that this is an association that is well respected. My plea to all members of the association is that let us support this association of ours. It has a lot to offer. And clearly, the regulator is giving us the level of recognition that we have been fighting for over the period. They talk about the fact that even the kind of things that they want to do, the kind of changes, the kind of amendments that they would want to introduce into the industry, they would like to confer with the association, which is a good sign. We have to make sure that we ourselves as an association, we organize ourselves in the right way. And that can only be done if members of the association are supporting everything that the association does, which means that you have to do everything that you are required to do as a member of the association. Now, to talk about the industry, clearly there have been some kind of discomfort that has developed over the period, and rightly so. It is because there are certain institutions, certain companies that are finding it a bit difficult to manage the expectations or the obligations that they owe to their members, or their customers. I like to assure everybody that even though these, discomfort, situations are prevalent, they should not lose sight of the fact that the central bank has indicated that it has plans to manage things in such a way that no depositor will lose money. That sort of assurance should make it possible for every single person, every single company dealing with a savings and loans company to exercise patience. Nobody needs to panic, because sometimes that's where the problem is. You panic and then you decide that you want to take certain actions that will affect the operations of the company that you are dealing with. Bank of Ghana has a full picture of what is happening and has put in place arrangements, and very soon, like he keeps saying, there will be the move that will be made to ensure that, as he continues to say, there's a cleanup. That cleanup will make the industry stronger, will have the benefit of a much, much stronger industry, and in the process of doing that, no depositor will lose money. So continue doing business with the savings and loan sector. And note that in spite of all that has happened, there are other savings and loans companies that are operating that are still very strong. Don't lose sight of the fact that the industry plays a very important role as far as the economy of Ghana is concerned. It also plays a very important role as far as the industry is concerned. We are looking at how we can improve and increase the level of penetration and financial inclusion in this country. And with the support of everybody, this will be achieved. This has been one of the best AGMs, and I'm hoping that next year it will be even better with the support of everybody. Thank you very much.
Samufa from Multi Credits. I'm the area manager for the Southern sector. My impressions for this year's AGM, I think it's been good. The theme was very appropriate. Business sustainability, a shared responsibility. I believe we all have a part to play in growing the sector that we are in. So the institutions have a role to play. The regulator also has a role to play. But I believe that together, if everybody is playing its role, it will go a long way to improve the sector in which we are. The only challenge that we are facing now is that there is a little bit of uncertainty in the system because we don't know when the regulator will come to the sector, and it's bringing a little bit of pressure, but we want to assure our customers that we are there for them, and whatever happens, they should take their time, and we are all working together with Bank of Ghana, and at the end of it all, we believe that the result will be good for all of us, so that we will have a very vibrant sector to deal with. And I believe the financial sector will be the winner in all these things. Thank you very much.
Yes, hello to everybody. This year, the Savings and Loans Company in Ghana successfully had its 9th annual general meeting. And we must say that it was a scene to behold, a sight to behold. And all the people who participated, those who attended, they shown appreciation. This year, we're fortunate to have nationwide health insurance. We're able to have Alliance Insurance. We have MGS Group, Metropolitan, Oracle FlexCube, Star Life, Allsale, as the partners who supported this whole thing. We must say we appreciate them so much. GIZ has also been supporting us. And this year we struck a new collaboration, new partner with Vodafone Ghana, and we welcome Vodafone on board. This year's AGM was on the theme sustainability, business sustainability, a shared responsibility. And we must say that it is very critical that savings and loans companies will look at their business models once again. Those that were successful, what can we do to enhance it? Those that were not successful, what can we do to change the story? The sector is growing. The sector has become very critical to the masses. It supports more than 3 million clients, and it keeps on growing. And therefore, we continue to admonish customers to remain calm and stay with the savings and loans companies they're doing business with. In any case, the central bank has given the indication that they are going to come to the savings and loans as the next area they will want to save. And so if the central bank, and for that matter the government, have said that they are going to save the customers of these companies, then we don't need to worry much. All we need to do is to remain calm and support the process. We want to also assure the public that the savings and loans industry will continue to grow and support individuals and businesses. As it stands now, every licensed savings and loans is a member of the association. Now, the association has become very critical in ensuring that the members also play within the game, the rules of the game. And so we will want to assure the public that they should continue to support the sector, and we will also do our possible best to ensure that they are protected. We want to say a very big thank you to Bank of Ghana, the governor and his deputies. Today we so much happy to receive the second deputy governor, who is the supervisory governor for all of the sectors that we mentioned. And she was very, very straightforward to the issues and admonished institutions to continue to comply with the dictates of the law. We want to also say a very big thank you to the Ministry of Finance, big thank you to GAMFIN, to all the associations who came, Association of Finance Houses, they were here. We had Microfinance, Ghana Association of Microfinance Companies, GAMC. We had Microcredit Associations of Ghana, MCAG. We also had ARB APS Bank. They were also here. We also received a special invitee, that is AFB Ghana. They're doing very phenomenal. We want to encourage them to do more. Today also we received some of the directors of the member companies also here. We want to say a very big thank you. And to the Executive Council, they put in all their best, and today we saw all of them. We also saw the CEOs and MDs of the member companies. This year's AGM has been very phenomenal. Last year we had about 98 people attending, and this year we were not very sure whether the people will come or not come, but to our amazement, we had more than 110 people attending this year's AGM, and it's actually we are overwhelmed, and we want to say a very big thank you to the media. The media also play a critical role. GH1, that's the IB Network, Multimedia was here. The Despite Group, they were here. Atinkan, they were here. We got the newspapers, BFT, we got Ghanaian Time, GNA. We got all these players coming here. We want to say a very big thank you. TV3 was here to cover a whole lot of things for us as well. And City News, City TV was also here. We can't finish mentioning because we also saw GBC, Unique FM, they were all here. We want to say a very big thank you to all the media, the guys in it. And I cannot end without expressing my appreciation to also Microwatch. You guys, thumbs up. We want to say thank you very much for the collaboration and the work you guys are doing. And also to my team, that's the association, the secretariat, as members, staff, to Enoch Zoli, my only one Zoli, to Sandra Mate, the supportive staff. We want to say a very big thank you. And also to Coconut Grove, when we came here at the last minute, they welcomed us and gave us good discounts to enable us to do the AGM here. We want to say a very big thank you. We cannot finish mentioning the names. And for this, we want to say Ayiko to everybody. Remain calm. The sector is yet to experience its best in the interest of the depositor, in the interest of Mother Ghana, in the interest of shareholders. Let us all come around the table and support, because without our support, we can't do anything. Thank you very much, and see you once again. Next year, the association's AGM will be the 10th one in 2020, and that one will be mega, will be special, and we're going to enjoy it. Thank you very much, and I salute you all.
Promotion. LexBet Multimedia, the printing solutions expert, is giving opportunity to corporate institutions to brand themselves at amazing discounts. Oh yes! Buy 2 8x8 branded canopies and get one free. Brand new t-shirts, passbooks, mags, key rings, and various souvenirs at unbelievable prices. For more enquiries, please contact LexBet Multimedia on 0501 583-127 or 0202-522-406. LexBet Multimedia, beyond your imagination.
Last but there's someone boy. One of my t-shirt over the period. And no cry time I starting in my year, Jumano. A microphone we be na mo year first t-shirt 2020. Soaring higher and higher now I started share pay. And I started say train customers in about more. We are about your baby. You be we cry the 7 say. In the end, we are baby whom more among because ama yada so your PS no. Inti so you better was my boy. Yamin Shram. With one in Tumpu.
Microwatch and LexBet Multimedia. Honestly, you've done a wonderful job for us at Association of Rural Banks this year by handling our social media so excellently. We really appreciate you and we want to say thank you. We look forward for a better year where your work will be more than excellent. We thank you. May God bless you and expand your business. Bye. Focus on rural banking. Association of Rural Bank, it's our duty to play an advocacy role for all the rural banks. This time round, we want to spread the news across to each and every one at any corner in Ghana that rural banks exist and they are meeting the need of the rural folks. Are you being part? If you are not, please, this is the time. Look in your catchment area. Look at the rural bank around and go and do business with them. And you will never regret doing that. Thank you so much for being part of us. Rural Banks, advocacy for development. Rural and Community Banks, together for progress.
Focus on rural banks, bringing rural banking closer to the people.